guys, Cash Brown back again. Hope you're having a fantastic day or night depending on where you are. So if you guys watch my channel usually or often, or even if you've seen any of my recent content, you will know that I just had a baby. So it can be kind of hard to find the time to record a video. But I really wanted to record a video today, but my little lady will not let me put her down. So this will be officially the first video with my daughter in it. This is Mickey. I love her. She's fantastic. And she's going to sit on my lap for a little while. So as hard as it may be to pay attention to what I'm saying while I've got this beautiful little lady on my lap, let's try, because she is just so cute. I wouldn't want to listen to me either. Alright, so the video that we're going to watch today is another teacher. I don't know why it's always teachers. Maybe there's something to that. We've got to kind of find the connection there. Why teacher all of a sudden equals leftist lunatic. But we're going to watch a video from a teacher who is definitely not racist. I feel like we've gone full circle. Leftists seem to be trying so hard not to be racist that they've gone full circle back to racist. And that's what this video is, more or less. So we're going to watch it together. But before we do that, if you do enjoy the video, please consider subscribing to the channel. The support means the absolute world to me, and I would appreciate it. And Mickey would appreciate it too. So if you're not going to do it for me, do it for Mickey. How can you say no to this face? We also have channel memberships, which is a fantastic way to support the channel. So either way you choose to support the channel, just know that it means the absolute world to me, and I really appreciate it. All right, guys, let's watch the video.
So we now know that trauma just makes it almost infinitely harder to learn when you're a child. And we also now know that systemic racism is essentially an adverse childhood experience. And many researchers qualify systemic racism as an adverse childhood experience, which means that children...
I feel like that was a great time for it to buffer, because I needed a break from this ridiculousness, and it's only been 28 seconds. I get kind of frustrated in these videos when they say things like, we now know. Who's we and how do we know, right? I am fairly confident that systemic racism is not an adverse childhood, right? You can ask anybody who's had an adverse childhood if that is the same as systemic racism, which does not exist anymore, in my opinion. I had a pretty tricky childhood, and it's quite offensive, actually, to kind of compare the two. And the other thing I want to point out is, are we sure this woman's a teacher? She can barely string a sentence together.
That children who are Black and brown in our schools are expected to be excellent while suffering from complex PTSD. And on top of that, we're also expecting these students to be excellent in a space that is actively hostile to them, their way of being, who they are as people, their history, their ancestors, everything.
The little lady is no longer here. I put her to bed. Okay, so what's this whole thing about? So clearly this teacher, who doesn't seem to be able to string a sentence together, I'm not even sure she knows where she is. But what she's clearly trying to say is that systemic racism is so bad that it is causing PTSD. It's causing complex PTSD, which is childhood post-traumatic stress disorder, in Black and brown children, which is ridiculous. And it minimizes people and children who have genuine trauma from genuine experiences. Systemic racism, in my humble opinion, has not existed for quite some time. That it used to exist because, we've seen history. We know that it used to be a thing. Black and brown people were not given the same opportunities as other people. They were treated badly. There was slavery, We know there was a time where things were horrible for Black people, but it's been quite some time since that's been the case. I don't agree that systemic racism exists. I don't believe that the system is designed to keep the Black and brown people down, because I don't think the system cares enough about Black and brown people to go out of their way to exist only to keep it hard for you. I think it's a very neurotic way of looking at it. I think it's very narcissistic. And yeah, it's just so silly. And to claim that this systemic racism is so bad that kids are having actual trauma because of it It's ridiculous. And she is like, and this is why I think it's so racist. A white woman is sitting there talking about how black people are going to be dumb because they're black. How, in what world is that not racist? And I don't know, to me it feels very icky. It feels very racist. If you look at any race and if you hate them, that's clearly racist. But if you look at them and you think they're all stupid, or they're all thieves, or they're all murderers, I'm not sure it's quite racist, but it feels icky nonetheless. It's definitely judgmental. And I just think it's awful to think that all black and brown people are going to struggle at school, and it's big bad systemic racism's fault. What we do know, and I'm doing the same thing she did, and I'm doing it on purpose, what we do know is that there are a lot of factors as to why black and brown people have a harder time through school, have a harder time getting into the workforce, have a harder time in life in general. And it's not because of big bad systemic racism, it's because of a lot of factors. Like black and brown people are more likely to come from a home where there was a single mother. They are more likely to live under the poverty line. They're more likely to live in bad communities. All of these things, they would contribute to why it would be harder for a black or brown child to go to school. But systemic racism is not to blame here. I think we need to look at the family unit. We need to try very hard to get black and brown families to stay together, because we all know kids need a mother and a father. But yeah, I just think this woman is, and I don't want to call her ignorant, but it's an ignorant take. She clearly has no idea what she's talking about. I think she's trying to get views, because I can see she's got 25 likes on this video. So she's probably trying to jump on the bandwagon, because we've seen 1,000 times teachers coming onto TikTok saying these ridiculous things, and they get the views. So whether she's clout chasing or whether she is just a bit silly, not all there, and maybe she genuinely believes this, I don't know. But what I do know is it's stupid. In my opinion, she's wrong. Systemic racism is not a big bad monster hiding under your bed trying to get you. Alright, you guys, I'm going to end the video there. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. It would mean the absolute world to me. We also have channel memberships, which is a fantastic way to support the channel. So either way you choose to support the channel, it means the absolute world to me. I love you guys with all my heart. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.